Easter. This video, good Easter, happy Easter. This video is called Family Trauma Story Hour. 8, part 8. And it will be presented like you are my granddaughter. This is addressed to my granddaughter, and it is about the circumstances of her existence right now, and it's a way for me to vent, because the only way I can ever actually say the words that are on my mind would cause chaos and abuse, more or less. And that's the battle we have to fight. How do I liberate my daughter from the vile perception of her narcissistic father? She's the scapegoat in our family. How can you be right and wrong at the same time? He projects a self-fulfilling prophecy onto my daughter, and it paralyzes her. And the only way to get free from that and learn something new is to get out of my life. But she can't afford to do that. She's shuffling her feet. I don't want that kind of job. I don't want that kind of job. I don't like that. I had a bad time. I want happy thoughts. I want to keep good memory. But she's not apparently standing up or feeling strong in the conviction to fight for what she wants. Like, what is her overall goal? I want to be a mother. I want to share the precious moments with the child as much as I can. I did this. That's what I want. This will get interesting. Trust me, it's going to take me some time to conglomerate your situation. I could write a Reddit post. I could get the entire Reddit community to tell me, and I'm sure that they're all correct. But living good advice and strengthening oneself and becoming independent and having to live inside the abusive relationship while trying to dig yourself out of it, in the trenches. No Reddit post can handle what's in this trench. So all I can do is talk about the ridiculousness of the situation, because one way to deal with our enemy is to mock them. This might be it. I've made a bunch of notes on stuff, because I like to think of every new beginning as a new opportunity to change. She just made a very drastic move to my state, and the child needs adjusting. The child has to adjust, not just to mom's changes, but also the environment's changed. They didn't live with Granddaddy before, but Granddaddy came over all the time. And I wasn't part of her life at all. As you can tell, the entire reason for making all these videos, this whole existence of hers, is to at least be parallel for the afterthought. But none of these thoughts that I'm having now, I do communicate them, or I should say, I do communicate these thoughts that I'm having now, or that I will be sharing as the story gets underway. The kind of trauma I'm talking about. nothing violent, nothing drastic, nothing horrible, nothing bloody, and nothing with bad words. If you're liberal with your interpretation of what bad words are, know what it is. What the strong words are that I can't. I despise that I feel he is stealing her life away. She's 32, 31, 32. Her baby's about to be 3. Her entire life up until now has been in his presence of constant failure projection. And he doesn't go out and say you're not worth anything, but he pushes and prods her and acts like she's not doing enough or she's not doing anything. And the thing is, she does drag her feet, and it makes him mad. And you have this cycle of anger that he just can't get rid of. I mean, he's never come to understand, I'm not daddy anymore. I'm not here to raise the kids anymore. And it begins to change my entire perception of the man. I see him such a sinister light right now because he's stealing the freedom of my child. I know life's got hard decisions to make, but he's aggrandizing the fear so much, the fear of failure and the fear of, and the projection of you're not going to worth anything, you're going to be, I ain't going to pay for that no more. So he makes himself financial bondage. They're in bondage. They're in bondage. His money got him down here. His money helps them all. His money is also given in such a contradictory way. He does a nice thing and then he punishes them for it. Sent the daughter over here to help me clean up my house. Things took time. We called him around a certain hour thinking he needed us back because he said something about having an appointment, so we checked in. At 2, we checked in. And then we did our detail because he was fine. He didn't say anything about anything. No communication. And we finished our thing, went back to her place, and he's all pissed off because he had the baby all day. His arm hurts, his leg hurts, and don't we remember how he can't handle it because of the surgery he had 25 years ago? Dude, I am not constantly revolving my consciousness around your hurt. No, not really. If you're actively in pain, I'll care for you. But I'm not basing my entire reasoning on I need to take less time because, well, his knee might be getting to hurt him. Really? Do you want this kind of thought process to happen to you constantly? When you don't yourself think in consideration toward another person? Do you really? I don't know. Maybe you do. Because I think it's ridiculous. It's like that German word. You might be right, but you're such an asshole. I will not do it your way. That's what it is. And that's how she feels inside. Like, she can't fight for this way or that way. Everything she says is wrong. Every decision she makes is wrong. He'll say, I don't want to be a part of the decision making in your household. This is your household. I put you into this household with my money. Bow down, bitches. Get on that job search, bitches. Anyway, hold on. Hey, y'all know me. This is my way. Oh, I can't help but ridicule what is ridiculous. I'm trying to tell a story here, and I can't even keep my shit straight. Happy Easter. If you want to know the stresses your household was under when you were turning 3 years old, here it is. The stress that we have lived under. Have I even expressed the contradictions yet? Because they are amazing. Gosh, if I had a live audience, I can get questions. But I'm not. She needs to liberate from him. She needs to be able to say, you know what? Okay, let me try to get to the argument. Oh gosh, it's so hard to be a grandmother. Ouch. That's another thing. Ow. You know how they interact with the child? Mom's good. Athena, you are thoughtful. You are thoughtful towards your daughter. In fact, that's the crust of this argument here. Because because her father is in circumstances, then your hope that she would have a close father relationship has now been busted. And now you're the only one available to give her even a mom. And your dad breathing down your neck about full-time or bust, or you're stupid, or you're a failure, get that full-time job, which sometimes means getting 2 jobs. And you know this. You know you might not be able to get full-time hours, but you also don't want to work a morning job and an evening job and never be home. She's 3. I get you. I understand the strength of your passion, of course. But you also have to have that same fierceness and strength of passion to do anything to make what you want happen. Yes, you can work 32 to 36 hours. You can find them within a space of morning to early afternoon, just like school hours. It just takes effort. But until you find that perfect position, you need anything. Anything now. Any hour, any job, anything. And this seems so obvious to your dad. This seems so obvious to me. And it seems so obvious to your brother, who, by the way, had a hard time getting a job here and keeping a job here. And it cost him no amount of horrible, horrible sadness and stress. See previous videos. And we're trying to spare you this. I'm getting upset. You hear? I'm getting angry. Why? Because I really don't feel like I feel offended that you are picking and choosing too carefully what you will accept, and this goes against my passionate nature, and so you have to deal with the way you're living. I mean, that's, but you have to understand that this passionate anger of fear that you're doing it in a haphazard manner, that you're proceeding forward in a lackadaisical manner, is going to harm you. Okay, this fear is just the same as your father is having. That's why he's so, I'm still daddy and you have to do it, I must save you. Oh, please let me save you. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? You just never do whatever I told you to do, and if you did that, I would. What would you do, Dad? What would you do? You've never had the capacity to say that you are proud of anything your children have done. Neither have I. I've been speaking well, though, because of Saul. That's going backtracking a bit. Because of Saul, how she treats her daughter. She treats her daughter very well. She knows that she can pause her game. Her interest in what she's doing isn't so terribly distracted. Isn't so terribly. All this stress has managed to surface here in just God knows, a week. They got here on the 21st, 22nd. So, your first week here, really, for me, has unsurfaced the same issues as 20 years of time in that dynamic. I won't do it. I can't do it. How do you strengthen and grow yourself a fortress against extreme toxicity? Not as extreme as most. A freaking fairy walk. My gosh, my ex-husband, would back right down if she would just find, take, and stand for the advantage. That moment she has enough of a job to say, I don't need to ask you for anything. Thanks. I know. She won't just do that. She just won't grow those balls. So he always has this advantage on her.
I'm not paying your rent next month, so, you better get on it. Why aren't you on it fast enough? Aren't you there yet? What's the matter? I walked out on the street and some guy threw a job at me. What's your problem?
He doesn't speak like that. But we all know him. We all know him. How he... So, when you guys first got here, down, or do I want a ponytail? What do you think? Because I kind of want it down. Look, I feel so pretty. Where's my thing? No, I literally can't find it. It was over here. I found it. Oh God, this is going to be long. Yes, indeed, it's going to be long. Not a single soul's going to watch it. But I'm going to get to express all of my thoughts. If she wants to get free now or later, whatever. I'm going to say them so I know that I'm not speaking to a brick wall. At least God can hear me. So yeah, your dad and I are both scared about your ability to sustain between you and Cypher, or, whatever. Between you guys sustaining the house. Alright? We've got every right to be. And I know you need a lot of positive feedback. Yet that crunch is still happening. I wish that you would give me the feedback in return in the form of showing me what you're doing. It's not obedience. I don't want to do anything for you out of obedience. I want you to do it for me because I'm wise. In fact, I try not to tell you what's wise and not. Because it's time for you. It's time for you. But just desperate for you. Figure out how to have that chance. I'll tell you some of my nightmares in a minute. Wait a minute, I had a story before that. first got here, and 3-year-old. Where's my? Oh, there it is. 3-year-old's hard to manage. She's learning her. She's giving temper tantrums. I'm a new person basically in her life, even though you've seen videos of me with her. I don't expect her to remember me at all. You know, I told everybody I was going to treat her like a cat. I'm just going to mildly ignore her and let her come to me. But we're building up happiness. We're building up rapport. One thing I can't stand, give Gamma a hug. No, don't give me a hug. Don't give me love. Don't make her do anything. Don't make her hug on me. That's not right. Hasn't that always been the most disgusting thing we thought of as doing as children? Fuck you. Excuse me. That's disgusting. No, Grandma doesn't need all that. No way. Oh, well, that's why Grandma's going to be remembered as the harsh person. Man, I have fun with her so much, but I'm not about to listen or cater to temper tantrums. What's interesting is that I'm hearing the temper tantrums in a completely different way now, as opposed to when I was a mother, and it was so hard not to be like, hey baby, play.
I'm mad because you won't do what I say. Do what I want.
Just as much of a temper tantrum as their thing. Both the same. No, I see different ways now to deal with it, and no, I don't think that Athena's not employing good ways. I think she's doing great. What I'm mad about is Dad's attitude of,
well, I wasn't there in your childhood, so tough pity for you. I had to make that sacrifice. You better make that sacrifice.
I thought that that sacrifice was made. In fact, he's wrong here on one count. That sacrifice was made by him, but he also had a full-time mom. You're asking her to sacrifice both parents during good formative time, and you want that formative time to be replaced by what? Your expert management? I hope you understand that whatever you perceive your children to be is the result of your treatment. Period. Okay? You treat them by a script that you will never change. The individual inside our children isn't that person. They have to fit into that mold just to speak to you. But when they're not speaking to you, they have a vibrant and completely fucking awesome mold of their own that you have nothing to do with. Now, why should there be such separation? Because you treat them like they have to do it your way to be considered successful, balanced.
I don't want to see them go after poverty and be so poor and aim so low.
Do you understand this is 2026? Do you understand we're in a collapse of society? Freaking birth rate has collapsed. I think that means there'll be some kind of job somehow, or it means we're all going to be poor. These are the two outcomes that you waste so much time and energy and anger and effort and resistance, and you steal this time. Whether she's working 32 hours or 40 hours a week, you are still stealing her time. Her time to make choices, her time to train her child, her time to figure out what her house looks like. Let me tell you what, when you moved into the house, you put your shelves up. Your TV entertainment system, very nice, very cool, awesome. The display you put on there is a display of you. Cypher, but you. I despise that. You tell them that you are going to be leaving on a 90-day trip in 1 month
because you're not going to give them any more money.
You say that. I don't believe you one bit. I don't believe you ever intended to leave. I don't believe that you ever intend to go traveling around the world, and I think you always going to want to come back and touch stones with these people. And if that's what you want, then the time that you get here to touch stones, you will be paying your way. But you will not. You say you want no say in how the household there is run between them two? Then shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. You speak once, you speak twice, you give encouragement. Try that. Try that. But you need to relinquish your I'm the daddy. But I'm the daddy, and I know everything, and I know the way to go, and I know how to steer the... No. It's their time. We fucked them up, remember?
No, you did. You did because you never cleaned.
And now you are, because you're always like, I want to be separate from the household, but...
Hey, what's for dinner? Hey, what's for dinner? Hey, why aren't you doing it?
Why aren't you?
My knee. My shoulder.
Is that really it? Is that 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 it? Shut the fuck up! Oh, shh. I'm telling you, I can't handle it. See the karma I have yet to deal with. Catering to a childish man just because he's right! He's right! He's right! Go be right somewhere else, because the way you're right with us is wrong. Okay? You can be correct as you want, but you've poisoned the fucking path. And you go, why are my kids failures? Look, shouldn't you want to give them the best chance at the time they have, especially knowing what happened to us when our daughter turned 3? Huh? Don't you even think of that? Oh yeah, I'm wrong. I'm always wrong. I'm completely wrong all the time, and I should be more sympathetic to your pain when she was 3 years old and I wouldn't scrub a toilet, and because I didn't scrub a toilet, they took my daughter away. Yeah, and it's all my fault. You know what? I was thinking the other day about that time when we were in the process, well, you were in the process of making me look bad so that we would lose the daughter. When that caseworker was there at the house, and I was having my little... God, I was going through quite a lot back then, Timmy. You just don't even really know, do you? I was a tigress about to have her cubs stolen, but yet I was powerless. And I had no support, backup, or positive feedback from you. Just being torn down constantly. Of course I sought escape. You made living in your presence unbearable. But anyhow, when that caseworker was sitting there, and I was in that state of feeling completely judged, pressured, helpless, and unknowing what to do, you know what you were doing? You were playing Doom! You were playing Doom!
Well, this is way more exciting than my actual life! I don't want to help solve the problems of my actual life! I would just face.
And then you turn around and you blame your children for the same behavior! How dare you? How fucking dare you, you fucking liar and you hypocrite! You need to be trying to get her more of that child to daughter to mother time. Wow. Wow. I'm right. I am right. I don't care if they end up on the goddamn streets! If it's them together. Do you understand how a woman feels? And what terror we feel? What fierceness we wish we could have, but we're not allowed to have it. It means nothing. It has no power. My anger is just, calm down. Now you know she's wrong because I'm right, because my trump card is $40 a week, 40 hours a week. Or I'm going to keep them my financial slave forever and ever. I don't care if I've got the advantage because I'm a man with a big dick. And I'm going to steal her life away. She's only 30. This is the only chance she really has, according to my anger and my rage and my blah 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 blah. Because here, let's take a break from this. Shh. My passion, to tell you the truth, my passion for this, right or wrong, because it's not right or wrong, is just as irrelevant as yours. Do you know why? Let me tell you why. Because I'm not the mommy anymore. What? No! I'm not the mommy at all. Well, anyway, I'm not the mommy. I have to be like that. Why? I don't wish to use slavery to my advantage.
What?
You're a slave.
No, they love me, because I'm a hero.
No. You're not a hero.
What?
You're not a hero. A hero does something because they believe in the people. They want to strengthen the people.
I want them strong.
No. You want them to fit your mold. Hey, what? Yeah. I think you're capable of seeing yourself as wrong, so go ahead and try. Please. I can't handle this. Okay, we'll try. We'll try to find another way around, so we don't have these strong feelings.
I'm not going to try a goddamn thing. I'm just going to wait around till you find a way to operate around me so that I can ignore you and we can do that thing.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. How they spend their time with the child. Come watch me play the game, wow. Come watch me play on the Xbox. Come watch me play on the computer. Grandma doesn't do that around her. No, I don't. She's important enough to play games with. In fact, I'm going to make up a new game. I'm going to go over there. Every time I go over there, I'm going to go over there with a flashcard of some kind to teach her letters. But we'll have a game with the puppet. Of course. Chima. I'm Chima. I want to be Bapu, but I'm Chima. Puppets. I've lost my... There it is. Oh, it's a dragon puppet, and she puts her one hand out, it's an apple, and she can put the other hand out like that, it's a piece of cheese, because that's what the dragon likes to eat. So I'm going to bring a card next time. Apple, cheese, and he'll be able to say, I'll show you what I want, and he'll pull it She'll read ch, and she'll know that's cheese on the back. Cheese. Sounds like a good game to me. We're gonna introduce some phonics. I mean, sure, I can't get her to sit still and watch an entire TV show, so we gotta incorporate it into her play. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm playing with her. Mom plays, but Mom likes the tickle cuddle play. Grandma likes to tickle cuddle. Well, I like to tickle chase. I like to tickle chase dance, and so we do music. Did I speak all my anger out? How am I wrong? And if I chose to be wrong, how can I use it to comfort the child? And that's the original focus of this trauma. She was pregnant with you, and all your daddy could do is project negativity and make her cry and make her feel bad. He ruined the pregnancy in that regard. He's gonna ruin everything that you hold sacred. And that should be enough strength for you to say, hell or high water, I will find a way. And I'm not saying that way is the 40 hours or the 2 jobs. I'm just saying you'll find a way. I am directly telling you that saying that means even a restaurant job. You can't be like, I ain't working that. I don't know, that wasn't nice. Dude, you can't do that. You can't do that. Because guess what? Everything in their own right isn't nice. Everything in its own right is perfect. Depends on you. It doesn't depend on them. It depends on your navigation. Alright, let's try to be back even further to where I really want this family to focus their awareness. Because this argument, this tension, it is unreal. It's ridiculous. That's why we don't do this at Grandma's house. We don't live like that here. I have to accept whatever the future is for the children. And they are adults. I cannot make their decisions. The nature of my advice as a mature parent has to be such that it allows them to explore what they shall do. It's not for me to tell them what is right. Everything I learned about what is right, I learned by defying my abusers. Oh, and now she's found us some man to talk to. Why do these youngins always go, hey, listen, I don't even have a job yet, but I got a boyfriend coming up. Fuck, man. Shut up. Stop. I don't mind you go out, but now you want to go out and start buddying up. I'm scared of that. That's my problem. 2. But my problem is you guys hyper focus on whatever fun things going on that you make excuses to not do the serious things. That's my problem. That's my fear. Am I right? My goal is to not be such an asshole that you can't see it for yourself. Or not point it out so much that it never becomes obvious to you. Naturally, your father and I are terrified that what is obvious to us will someday have you homeless.
Or abundance to me forever, because I don't want to pay their way forever. Oh, here, you need $20 to take your girlfriend out? Yeah, Dad, thanks, man.
You contradicting motherfucker. You spineless motherfucker. dialysis the other day. My blood pressure was low, deadly low, like it usually is. And trying to tell the story of the stress I'm going through, trying to help my children and bond in a healthy way with my granddaughter. And it raised my blood pressure. I from the 90s to 140. It raised my blood pressure. Just trying to talk about it, talk it out. Funny. The very thing that killed me, it keeps me alive. You know what I did also? I am so traumatized by my situation, seeking a way to, when he rips up all the wounds and he just rips everything open and he has no care. All I can think about is everything I have to say to you is going to make you feel like a fool. Everything I have to say to you is going to enrage you, because I am a dark empath, motherfucker. I'm going to fucking kill you. It's true. I'm going to destroy you and undermine you and devalue you constantly to the face of your children. Do you know why? Because that's what you did to them, and I'm going to make it powerless. I'm going to remove your authority to keep them sad and broken and dependent on your advice to help them out. I got the heart. I'm going to give every energy into that. My time to meditate over this isn't completely over. But I will make peace with this part of my life, and I will render it completely neutral. And then they can choose for themselves. For yourself, young Lily. But we all grew up constantly not being allowed to win an argument. Argue for compromise. For him, compromise is fine, we'll do it your way, it'll fail. Die, let's see! Which presents an attitude that already has made it fail. So, that's all it's about. We are the instruments that he has around him so that he feels successful. Then he turns around and judges you for your level of success. Honey, the coconut can't fall far from the tree. Alright? And just as you're a seed of their defeat, I've become a way of liberation. Even still, I'm just as powerless as you. Oh, you think you have power, but right now all you have is fear. And you know what the fear is mostly?
Oh, if I lose my temper, I'm just gonna withdraw my wallet.
Even if you're bluffing, he'll fold. Do you understand how easily defeatable a narcissist is? I'm sorry, that's my imagination actually, because people are stupid, they can escalate, they can find ways. When you break it down, when your own little lonesome little mind of the things that are causes and effects, it's like your whole motivation is this flimsy. This much fury over this flimsy. Alright. Still, all of this is all ultimately unreal. It is a distraction just the exact same as doom scrolling. It's the same. We doom scroll fantasies in our minds. Oh, that reminded me. So I am so losing my zen, you know? It's so hard to maintain a quiet mind or a still realization, an understanding of oneness when you see what irritation is happening around you, that your words aren't going to change it. You know, you have to be like water or be like wind, or maybe if I meditate so well that I don't think about anything at all, it'll fix itself. I don't know. It will fix itself. But I don't need to punish them with my fear and my projection, because that's ultimately false. That's false. That is not their experience. I need to encourage them to express their experience to me, because maybe the strategies I'm coming up with
To fix them?
are not the problem. We're trying to fix. And you know what we're trying to fix it with?
What?
Our warped voice of you in our head.
Me? Warped?
Yeah, absolutely warped.
I don't understand that. It's not possible for me to have an impact on the inside of your brain, because that's not possible. That's why I always know it's possible, because I'm a psychological manipulator.
No. I'm not your Play-Doh. Alright? You're not gonna mold me into the right thing. I'm independent of you.
No, not really. You're just like me.
No. And if I am, I repent. I repent to never do the things you've done to me to anybody else who ever lives in my presence. What was I trying to talk about? Get into the moment. The only thing that needs to be going on right now are her efforts to find a job and get on the DSS, and to feed and clothe and love. And when she's at home, I don't know how many job applications you think she should fill out a day. I don't know how many miles you think she could go driving around town. But maybe you should cut her a little bit of slack, because nobody's hiring around holiday weeks, dumbass. Or you can fill out 50 applications, or you can fill out 5, 6, 7, or you could drive around a radius like I do. I always drive around a radius and walk in everywhere. You can do those things, but how much time are you actually after her? Because she's done those things. Okay? Maybe she didn't put 8 hours into it. Is that what you want? Would you like her to walk around for 8 hours? Is that sufficient? I mean, basically here, we're just talking about negotiation, not effort. Because she's doing the thing, she's just not doing it as long as you want. Maybe? And that really irritates you to the point of destroying her entire selfhood. Remember, one of your children is suicidal. Okay? And the other one can't make a decision at all because everything she says and does is wrong. And she's all kinds of negative self-images there. Don't forget that. It has a source, bitch. It has 2 sources. Me and you. Who's gonna fix themselves first? That's why you have to cut the apron strings. There comes a point, no matter how many mistakes you have made, making more of them isn't gonna fix it. Duh!
I'm not making any mistakes. I'm right. What am I supposed to do with the information that you're giving me?
What's that?
That I'm wrong. That I need to work on myself. What am I supposed to do with that?
Narcissistic rage always helps. Why don't you lash out at us?
Okay.
Yeah, dumbass cunt. Watch, this is the video that'll make me famous. Is it helpful to my children? Is getting all this off my chest helpful to my children? I don't know. Probably not. Because they're so desensitized to my brand of correct. They don't want to hear it either. And see, that's what's hard. Here, between Bobby and Daddy, I'm right. To the kids, they're dumb. Good, great, beautiful. Continue to see us as dumb. I don't care. Do it. We're dumb. Because we are. Look to each other and start solving the problems with your own thoughts and your own minds, and then strengthen. But I want a new boyfriend, and so that's like one more dynamic, one more differential to include into this family situation. I wanted her to simply and only focus on family situation right here and now. Okay? That reminds me of the story I keep trying to tell. So they moved in. Baby's giving temper tantrums. And I'm not dealing with it. We're doing the timeout thing. Uncle works with children. He's daycare and child education, shit like that. So he's employing techniques, and I'm applying techniques. And I noticed that everybody in the household, when she's throwing a temper tantrum, it's like we all line up. I try to hang back. Like I said, I'm treating her like a cat. Mildly ignoring her. And everyone goes, my turn. Hey, calm down. My turn. What do you want? Calm down. My turn. What do you want? Calm down. I'm going to control you. No, my turn to try. No, my turn to try. There's a little 3-year-old down here going, I don't want controlled. I'd like you to understand what I want. Oh no, I got the method. No, I got the method. Your method is wrong. What? No, shit. Blah, 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 blah. Fucking Neanderthals. Actually, that anger is wrong, misplaced, and full of judgment. And I should back up. Because I'm being unmindful somewhere. Of course I'm being unmindful somewhere. This is a problem I'm working through. Alright, so I mentioned they're always on the internet, and then they always bark orders at her. I forgot what I was going to say. Don't ask him for shit. Every favor is punished. As I said, he did me a favor, and then when our favor was finally done, even after checking in on him, it was all boo-hoo. You didn't think about me, how much pain I'm in. How much pain I'm in. Like I said, we're learning to deal with temper tantrums. Brand new experience for Grandma, I'll tell you what. And on the second night, we settled up on a plan, a household rule that we have to be consistent with, that when it's dinner time, she sits at the table, or her table, regardless of whether or not she's eating. It's just that it's food time. And then she does bath time. So we're trying to implement wash hands before dinner transition, sit at the table no matter what, and then tub time. So naturally she's throwing a fit for all of this. I would like to introduce the idea of she has to sit at the table, but she gets a plate of food or an empty plate. Because we all have plates, and I want her to mirror neuron herself into, I want food on my plate too, because I want to be like you. Good brainwashing that we're supposed to do. So on the second night, she's giving her temper tantrum about dinner time. Temper tantrum every night. And we're like, nah, sit here, let's keep consistent.
No, just let her come and sit in my lap.
What?
Yeah, let her sit in my lap.
No, we have to be consistent. We must mean what we say and say what we do.
Well, my knee hurts, and I'm trying not to lose my temper. So just let her sit in my lap.
And you wonder why your kids are fucked up. You bitch! Oh no, I'm wrong. I should just give in to,
well, I'm in a bad mood, so we can't really be mummies and daddies tonight because I'm not in the mood to be a daddy tonight. I'm gonna play Doom!
Am I being unfair? Oh. I am just using the same unfairness that he uses with me and with you. If he's allowed to freely express how he sees things, pretty sure it's also how I can share things too, how I see them. One thing's for sure, you won't let the children. Hey, I have an expression too.
No! Curse! You're wrong! Curse! You're wrong! I'm right because
I have my own opinion.
No, it's wrong! It'll make you homeless! I won't support you no more! I'll disappear from your life!
Bye-bye! What are you threatening us with, huh? Liberation? What are you giving us? Bondage! That's good enough for you. Not for me. I want to see my children soar independently, own their destinies, and all other such fantasies that you would never even... I'm wrong. I'm not realistic. I never have been. Nope. What's going on right now is simply and exactly only the moment, the connection you share. And that needs to stop being poisoned by your fears, projections, and all this negative cloud that precedes you. Fuck that cloud. It's not even real. What's real? There's a bird outside my door. There's me experiencing all these emotions, and none of them belong to anybody but me. They don't belong to you. They're my perception of what you are. How does it feel? It's a pretty ugly mirror, isn't it? Fix yourself. Don't fix your children. I told the kids, and these are the notes of the situation, that they need at least 2 months to sit still without overspending because they have no experience with maintaining their bills. They can't spend on dates. If you use some extra gas going to visit, then you must insist on the dates be super casual. Gaming at home, cooking together, walking tours, window shopping, coffee hangout, maybe mini golf, but you don't spend money. Don't spend money. Alright, that's something else. If you won't be... Okay, and if you won't be the background, Dad.
What?
You say you want to be the background, you don't want to be part of the active decisions like what's for dinner and etc.?
Yeah.
First off, you need to make your own goddamn dinner. You need to quit turning your daughter into a domestic. She's a domestic for her own child. Unless we want to make dinners together, then you need to just, I don't know. I don't even know how to deal with that situation. Daddy wants to play house, and because he wants to play house so much, you probably need to insist on everyone cook for themselves. Because otherwise, he's going to turn you into a domestic. You want background? And stop giving so much energy into command and anger. I'm not allowed to be angry at them? Yeah, for breaking your house rules. It's their house, not yours. And if you can't stand living in their house, goodbye! Goodbye! Family Trauma Story Hour, the Monster Solution. Yeah, that's what this was going to be called. I wasn't figuring out what the solution is, but oh yeah, there I go. The damn thought I've been trying to get through. I'm so traumatized that I bought 3 ancient war books to learn techniques to feed and fill my children with freedom. I bought The Art of War, The Way of the Samurai, and the Book of 5 Rings. Master of strategy. Absolutely strategy. And one of the things that I'm holding right now is every warrior has but one resolution in mind, one resolute knowledge. I will die. Perhaps you need to say, maybe so. Maybe I will be on the street. Goodbye. I don't need your influence to put me there. I can put myself there all on my own without you. Thank you. Bye-bye. See, true or false, that confidence breaks his illusion of power. Get that through your thick skulls. Be a warrior. That's why I bought the books, so I can learn how to be a better warrior. I'm a silent warrior, knock you down with a feather. I'm a silent warrior. They think I'm crazy, but I own the nether. Oh, I don't know. That was stupid. Sorry about that. Hey, do not fear his fantasy projection. Remember, he says it so that you will not go against him. Yet going against him is what you need to do. The cause of your depression is trying to go against yourself. You need a how can I do attitude, right? And reject every how I can't or won't do attitudes. This is the strong work you must do in yourself. Think of how you can, not how you can't. And be proud of your efforts for that grandchild. Every effort. Whether the effort fails or whether it succeeds or whether it's this or that. Hold on to that consistency we talked about. Don't let him. Honestly stand up in that regard. No, Dad. Your feelings don't dictate whether I get to parent tonight. Thank you. You can leave the house for now until this is settled, but we made a family rule, and we're keeping a family rule. That's one thing he never would even do, even in your childhood. I said, all right, kind of tired of being a dinner on the couch with a movie, dinner at a movie family. It was nice, it was casual. Well, we all started getting older, and I wanted to try to encourage us to talk more as a people, as a group. And so I began to insist on family dinner table. And we set the family dinner table up, and it worked for a couple days. It was nice. We cleaned up after. We did good. The only thing that ruined it, I'm playing WoW! I'm sitting with my back turned to the dining room table, ignoring everything that's going on because WoW is way more interesting than the actual lives of my children and my wife. We are just gonna sit here and pretend that this is nice. That's your fatherhood. So don't complain about how much
Sacrifice you made that you weren't there in their
childhood, because you weren't even there when you were there. You weren't even there when you were there. Face reality, a bitch. Sorry. I was the same. I was the same. I can only make fun of my sins, just as you can only project your sins onto your children. I can only project my sins onto you. That's why I practice sin, stepping up and out of that bullshit duality. It's only yourself you have to judge. And it's hard to accept everything. Refuse to do toxic. That's it. Try to refuse to do toxic. You don't need to argue not to do toxic. You don't need to defend your right to not do toxic. You don't need to prove who's right and wrong. You don't get your will in this. My will be done, not yours. Because at the end of the day, whether you obey him or not, whatever, it's your will. I forget that thought didn't come out right. Some of these thoughts just... Take back the you he robbed from you. Refuse to do toxic. Call it out. And watch the tantrum, but keep your power. If it's ridiculous, if it's toxic, learn to voice it. No, we're going to choose a different way to look at that. How are you going to look at it? My way's the way it is, because mounting reason, projection, lie, projection thing I told you, future faking, and all the things, and all your things, and all your things, and all you. Yeah, that. All of that. I've decided that I'm going to listen to things that come from an environment that doesn't have that swamp in it. How's that? Huh? How's that? In how many ways is he like a toddler himself? And you'll have to be consistent with him, no matter how bad he makes you feel. I guess I don't need to be a healing daughter today, because I feel bad. No, be a healing daughter, be a healing son every single day. Just like you have to deal with Liliana's tantrums, because that's all it is. See previous videos I've painstakingly made for your education about we are still children. Every single one of us is still children. Parenthood isn't just something you do because you have an offspring. Parenthood is something you do consistently with everybody, because everybody is still a child. We still throw these childish temper tantrums.
We're just bigger now, so we think we've got the authority now because we're bigger.
Your brain is still just as defunct as that child. You are incapable of looking at things around the spectrums. Anyway, that was wrong. That was wrong. Oh, that was so preachy. Oh, that was so preachy and arrogant. Oh my God. Forgive me. That was insulting, preachy, and arrogant.
I'm getting angry.
What for? This anger treadmill is actually not energizing me. It's... Communicate, you and your sister, and back each other up. Note was already discussed. Hey, I'm going to get this done just under an hour and 20 minutes. That's nice. Okay, if he does leave to go on his 90-day trip, de-datify the house. Give him his own shelf with his things on that shelf, and that big middle shelf that's all beautiful that this is the end of the story I didn't tell you before. You have to watch these things if you really want to know what's going on. I have an internal logic. I don't need scripting. And make that your space. Put you in cipher in the baby's representation. pictures. For God's sakes, put your love, laugh, love, live, laugh, love, put picture in a prominent space in that living room. Do it. I hate that sentiment myself, but you know what? You need to be represented in the home that you're trying to get the job to keep to help raise your child. You need to be represented too. Take his computer area and put sheets over it while he's gone. Protect it from dust. Protect it from you thinking about him and his influence. And you will work hard on making your influence, your family situation in those 90 days, because that's what you need. You need him out of the picture. Don't get lazy just because he's out for a couple hours and you got some peace. Use that peace to keep doing what you're supposed to do, not to lay back and relax like you did the other day. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. He's not giving you any favors. He's doing everything he does to punish you. Get your own dinner, chore rotation, do your positive points, agreements, child rules, procedures. See, like, you know he's going to be permissive. Oh, let her sit in my lap. Therefore, get him out of the house so that his permissiveness isn't the habit and your discipline is the habit. Grandpas and grandmas were supposed to be the occasional get out of discipline free card, and that's our role in life. But he's constantly being let her sit in my lap. You want ice cream? You want that? Yeah, why not? Kid don't even know how to think logically, and you all know that. His method is not better. His turn doesn't fix the situation. Quit taking turns with the child. Mama, don't let Cypher always step in. You step in and do the same things so that you can orient her to you. Don't orient her to him. Okay, that's that card. We're almost done. Don't believe or have faith in the projected negative image. That isn't you. I've already discussed that earlier today, so this is a nice review. I hit all my notes in my rage. Focus on your own image and work on yourself to liberate from delusions. Your delusions, his delusions, everybody's delusions. Mostly yours. And examine yourself and encourage adjustment according to your own reason. What you think, how you evaluate. Every result. You have to own every result. Adjust yourself to victory, whether the good result or a bad result. Adjust yourself to ownership and direction of that result. And let me tell you, today there is no result at all. Just I put the job application in, maybe it's enough, maybe it's not. I wash the dishes, maybe they're not, maybe that's enough, maybe it's not. That's the result. Now, if all the dishes fall over, that means you didn't put the dishes away. That is your result. Accept the fact that your failure to put the dishes away caused them to fall. But it had nothing to do with your dad over there telling you, those dishes are going to fall and you'll be a failure if they do. Because that has nothing to do with the cause and effect of, I didn't put the dishes away and now they're going to fall. I'm right, haha! You're right, but you're such an asshole, you're wrong. Goodbye. You're an asshole because you put that negative image onto the cause and effect. And that's how your depression gets its fuel to eat yourself up alive with. Somebody's projection. Learn to own your results for what they are, not what somebody thinks of you because of them. Alright, that's about enough. Useless wisdom given. Maybe someday you'll learn. Or not. I will learn. I will make every effort to learn my lessons, because you know what? I'm sick and tired of narcissists in my life. Join the club, please. Love you. Goodbye.